You see what he's saying? We've got to do the tough things. We've got to do the right things. And we'll be fine. If not, we're in trouble. When I look at these numbers, we are in huge, huge, huge trouble. But you know what? America's been in trouble. We took on the Nazis. We can do it. Marcus Luttrell is sitting in my studio. How many people from the Taliban did you take on, Marcus? At one time, one guy.
Estimated 200.
Estimated 200. One guy, 200 Taliban. Hello? You don't think we can do this? Have you ever wondered why we have Social Security? I mean, this isn't an American idea. It first came from Germany in the late 1800s. Let's see. Who else was prominent in Germany at that time? There was Karl Marx. I remember him. There was Nietzsche. This is where this progressive idea came from. And when those ideas floated across the Atlantic, they took America off course. These guys, they brought us to this kind of thinking. Let me show you this. This is what's happening. Remember, this is what we've just gone through, the housing crisis. You were sad because you had a small house. We went to the bank. We asked them for money. They gave it to us with a 5-year adjustable rate, 3%. But in 5 years, it's going to adjust. And we all said, don't worry, we'll be able to afford it. And we had a happy face and a house, right? What happened? It adjusted and we lost the house. Sad face. Let's see. Remember this scenario. Let's see if maybe Uncle Sam has learned from it. Uncle Sam, no money. Going to the Bank of China. They give him a dollar with lots of zeros on it, a 3-year adjustable rate at 1.6%. Uncle Sam happy. What happens when this number is bigger? Uncle Sam sad. Do you know this stuff? These guys, our founding fathers, they would have put us into a wood chipper if they had one. The first half of this century and half of the American existence, there was no entitlement. Zero. None. Our American founders didn't want them. How did Americans survive all those years without government assistance? Oh, I just don't know. What did those poor people do? They didn't have to work, did they? Yes, they did. But they also had the poor among them. They took care of the poor themselves through their churches. They took care of their families. It wasn't until 1929 and Herbert Hoover, we finally got our own entitlement program. It was the creation of the Federal Farm Board, which subsidized agriculture cooperatives. But Hoover was a rookie. When it came to social programs, he was nothing. We have FDR now. He had launched his New Deal assault on the Constitution. He signed into law the Social Security Act of 1934. Here's the actual video. This is him signing it into law. Doesn't he look happy?
This Social Security measure gives at least some protection to 30 million of our citizens.
Stop. 30 million citizens, some protections, but is giving our children nothing. The progressive wave of European social insurance infected America. And this is the result of it, right here. This is it. This is European thinking. This is not America. When FDR signed the Social Security bill, it wasn't designed to subsidize a cushy retirement. I mean, look, I have parents. They're not living high on the hog on Social Security. You know, not all seniors are jet-setting across the globe. They're barely making it on Social Security. But that isn't even what it was for. Social Security, you know what the name of Social Security actually is? SSI. Social Security Insurance. What do you buy insurance for? For a guaranteed payout? You buy insurance because there might be something that surprises you or an unexpected event. Your roof might leak. That's why you have insurance. You might fall off a ladder and break your arm. That's what insurance is for. Fender bender, car insurance, house burns down, fire insurance. Live too long? live too long Social Security insurance. In 1930, life expectancy for guys was 58. It was 62 for women. When did you get it? If you made it all the way to 65, happy birthday, Grandma. You get a check. You weren't expected to reap benefits. Life expectancy today is 75 for men, 80 for women. Who's making up this difference? And now too many people rely and count on Social Security funding the rest of their life. Their shuffleboard tournaments, even their food for 30 years. The system wasn't designed for that. And all the while they designed it, they knew. They were putting a rope around you and now making our seniors slaves to it. But it's not surprising, because that's what politicians do. This is just more of the change that we're getting in America. And the only way to fix it is to tear it up by the roots. We got to get it out of our system. Now, this is going to be awful, but we got to be self-reliant. Now, we can't put our seniors out. All these presidents were right. We told you. They lied to you. But we're going to have to start being self-reliant. And you know who's going to suffer the most? The people, really my age, that are going to have to take care of our parents, and we're going to have to take care of our children. It's the sandwich generation. I hope you like being meat. Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin was an amazing man. He was a great inventor. He was a curious guy. I don't know why he invented things. I don't think it was to get rich or famous. He just had a different kind of thinking, and he wanted to make things that would make life easier and safer for people. In the 1800s, the number one cause of death for women was burning to death. The source of heat and cooking came from fireplaces. They were dangerous. He created what is known as the Franklin stove. When approached about a patent for the fireplace's design, Franklin turned it down. He said, I think people need this. He saw a problem and he took care of it himself. He didn't plead for the government to do it. Other inventors followed his lead. Some of them probably got very rich, improving Americans' lives. Everybody was happy. It was a win-win. Little to no government intervention. Maximum freedom. Franklin was also the guy who started the first public hospital. It was an individual that helped, not the government. Look, the only time we lose these guys, they'll always be with us as long as you keep this spirit. As long as you keep faith, hope, and charity. America's always been the country that has tried to make life better, not just for the individual, but for other people in other countries. In times of needs, anybody who is struggling, it's Americans, and not usually the government, but American individuals that provide the charity. We've lost touch with that. We need to refocus. We need to rediscover who we are. Charity begins at home. We devalue our older generation. We have to take care of our own families. We have to be responsible. Look, the government is still going to take care of our older generation. It's my generation that I'm going to have to convince my kids, can you take me in? We have to take care of our loved ones. We have to help our neighbors in need. We have to get involved with our churches and our communities. Today is 2 days from tax day. Progressives are always pushing for higher taxes, and yet none of them voluntarily pay more. The government is the best way to be charitable? I want you to really decide that, because that's really the question that you have to answer as we move forward. Because you go with one plan, and it's going to be that the government is the way through charity. And wow, that's great. Answer the question, does it make you feel good when you file your income tax? Do you have the same feeling you'd have when you're helping a friend in need or giving a loved one a room until they can get a job? Which one touches you more? Which one changes you? Would the movie Blind Side have been better if Sandra Bullock pulled alongside the homeless kid and said, "Hey, tell you what, I'm just going to write a bigger check to the IRS this year, kid. Good luck." It's up to us. And it's up to us to decide who we are, where we want to go, and what America will be for our children. It starts with each of us. Time to refocus. We take on Social Security and Medicare next.